Hello traders, you're welcome back to the Forex Geek channel. In this review, we are going to be discussing Wave Rider EA for MT5. It is a gold focused hybrid scalper with a genuinely large feature set. Now, a quick note for you before we dive in. If you want a free Forex robot for MT4 and MT5 with a solid set of built-in indicators and candlestick patterns, you'll find the link in the description below. All right, so now with respect to the platform confirmation, this is Wave Rider EA MT5, so we are strictly in MetaTrader 5 territory. Now let us walk through the marketplace page from the top. It is developed by Adam Hensel, currently on version 5.2, last updated on the 24th of July 2026 with 10 activations. The tagline sums it up as scalper speed with sniper entries built specifically for gold. Now there is also a fresh version 5.0 announcement on the page. With respect to the pricing, the EA is going for $499 to buy right now, rising to $599 once the live signals reaches 150%, according to what is written here. Or you can rent it for $129 a month with a 3-month option at $239. That saves you 38%. Worth flagging too is that the page includes an important upgrade notice for existing users to close all positions, all open Wave Rider positions before updating to version 5.0, since magic numbers and several input names have changed and older presets may not restore every setting. Moving into the description, Wave Rider is described as a hybrid scalper combining scalping speed with either a single position approach or intelligent recovery built for XAUUSD. It runs 7 trading strategies with multi-time frame confirmation and 3 layers of account protection, and most trades are said to close in under 30 minutes. It uses triple time frame analysis, H1 for trend, M15 and M30 for entry confirmation, and the page is upfront that it won't trade against the trend or speculate in choppy about to flip markets. The developer frames the whole approach around one idea: knowing when not to trade matters just as much as knowing when to enter. Now, on the 7 strategies themselves, each is built for a different market condition. Things like support and resistance zone detection, pullback and bounce zone entries, trend breakouts, smart money, volume reading, momentum continuation, and impulse based entries. You can run all of them together or select only the ones that suit your style, and each supports both buy and sell direction or can be restricted to one side. Now there are also 2 trade modes to choose from. We have the recovery or grid mode, which is the default, and an intelligent grid with progressive spacing, trailing stop, and break-even tracking that only activates when a position moves against you. Then we have the single position mode instead, which uses 1 trade with fixed stop loss, fixed take profit, and a trailing stop, no grid layers at all, and the page describes this as the prop firm friendly option. Now, on the recovery side specifically, the page mentions independent buy and sell grid spacing with tested defaults of 22 pips and 35 pips, and a lot multiplier that defaults to 1.0, meaning no martingale scaling by default. For account protection, there are 3 layers described. We have the daily drawdown tracking that closes everything and pauses trading once a threshold is hit, an ATH protection filter that avoids new entries near all-time highs, and a dynamic exit that closes positions automatically on rapid adverse moves. There is also a fairly detailed news filter, a 2-hour window around most events, and a full blocked day around high impact releases like CPI, FOMC, and NFP. Now, let us get into the historical testing. Okay, I ran this test on a $10,000 account, and I used XAUUSD and H1 time frame covering January through July 2026, which is about 7 months. The total net result here was a loss of $1,352. Now let us look closer because the numbers around that result are worth sitting with. The maximum balance drawdown reached 33.19%, and equity drawdown peaked at nearly 57%. It's a genuinely deep floating drawdown for this test. The profit factor came in at 0.79, meaning that the gross losses outweighed the gross profits overall. Interestingly, out of 634 total trades, close to 67% were profitable, which is a solid win rate on its own. But the largest single losing trade at just under $475 was more than 3 times the largest winning trade, which tells us that the average loss size here outweighed the average win by enough to turn an otherwise decent win rate into a net loss. Now, it is worth being clear that the report does not specify which trade mode was active during this particular test, so I won't assume it reflects grid mode versus single position. This is simply what one configuration produced over this period. Given how much emphasis the marketplace page puts on drawdown protection and knowing when not to trade, this particular result is a useful reminder that even well-designed protection systems does not guarantee a specific outcome, and that settings, mode selection and lot sizing all meaningfully shape what you actually see. Now, to wrap up, based on available information, Wave Rider is a feature-dense system with a lot of configurability between strategies, modes, and risk settings. But this specific historical test came out negative with a large drawdown despite a win rate above 65%. That is exactly the kind of result worth testing further yourself across different modes, strategy combinations, and time periods on a demo account before considering live use, especially given how much the outcome here hinged on a handful of larger losing trades. So if you found any value in this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications for more valuable trading content. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.